everybody, my name's Helen. This is the Shrimpy McGee channel. Welcome. I really debated hard today about whether I was going to make this video or not, and I decided now to make it, so here I am. I am really tired. It's the end of a workday for me. I was on deadline, but you know, I do make content about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, and so she was in the news big time yesterday and continues to be today. So I thought, you know, it's all fine and dandy if I'm just like here saying all the good stuff and I try and keep this a really positive channel, but you know, I didn't want to hide from the ugly stuff as well. And seeing as I'm someone who kind of perpetuates what she does, her work in the media, and I perpetuate her celebrity by making YouTube videos, I thought, you know, I shouldn't hide. I should just come out here and say what I think about this and weigh in. Not that my voice necessarily matters, but oh my goodness, I was on Twitter and people are slinging mud at each other on Twitter, and it is like a daycare there, basically just like a wild, and no, actually that's offensive to children. It is wild there. People are just going at each other's throats. And you know the thing that bugs me about Twitter? There's so many anonymous people, and that really bothers me. I feel like if you want to say something on Twitter, you should put your name to it. You know, you shouldn't be hide behind like a fake account, and that goes for all sides of the debate here. Whether you think Camila should pay for what she's done, or whether you think she's not a racist and that happened so long ago we should all forget it. I just wish that people would use their real names. Am I wrong to think that? Like it's you can say whatever you want and you can be a complete troll when you're hiding behind an anonymous account, and you know, people do it here. Luckily, I have really great commenters and they leave kind things, and you're welcome to leave a comment here below. I'd love to hear from you, but I will tell you, if it's hateful in any way, I will delete it. If it is insightful or you just disagree with me, that's totally welcome. You know, I welcome discussion, but I don't welcome hate, and I will be getting rid of those kind of comments. But you are welcome to chime in below. But so what am I even talking about? Okay, I'm a couple minutes in now. I haven't even got to the point. Okay, so yesterday, and this has actually been going on for a while now. This is not a new rumor, but yesterday someone on Twitter posted some old Tumblr reposts that Camila Cabello put out when she was approximately age 15, and they are racist. And I think that it's fair to say that they are racist. They totally are. I saw them and I was like, I was horrified. They're bad. I will not be reposting them here because I don't want to associate with them in any way here on YouTube. And for what she had done in the past, which is, you know, she's 22 now, I think, and this was when she was 15, so that's what, 7-8 years ago. Camila just released yesterday an apology on Twitter, and I believe in her Instagram stories, saying that, you know, the language she used was ignorant, and she wishes she could take it back, but she couldn't. And you've seen the apology. If you haven't, I'll just pop it up here and you can have a read of it if you want. But I had some thoughts about it, so I'm just gonna share them now. Now, I am in the middle, actually I've already shot my top 20 favorite moments between Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. So they're already done. So I thought it would just be weird to just like put up these videos. One of them's already up, and you can go ahead and watch that if you want. And if you're into that kind of stuff, feel free to subscribe because the next part is coming out pretty soon. And they're shot already, so I can't undo them, and I'm definitely gonna release part 2. That's gonna be coming shortly. But it would be weird just not to address it at all. Like, what happened? Like, she was like, it was actually my husband that told me that her post was trending on Twitter, and Camila Cabello was trending on Twitter yesterday, and so I rushed and I looked, and I sort of had to look through what's going on Twitter, and whoa! Boy, oh boy, I try and avoid Twitter most of the time, just in general. Like, I'll pop in here and there to have a look at sort of what's going on in the world, and sometimes for work and just some friends and stuff like that, but I just find it to be just such a cesspool of just anger. It's like an anger video game. So generally I try to avoid it, but boy, you know, Camila was getting right through the coals for these old posts that she put up, and people are in their feelings about it, and here's what I think about it. So a lot of people are saying Camila was a child when she posted this stuff, and at 15 you're a teenager at this, but you're kind of a young adult at this point. You're not an adult, but you're not 12 anymore, and you're not 13, and you're not 18 either. And this is my opinion, and I think the opinion that I have as a parent is that you should know better by that age. And I think that everybody agrees. I don't think this is a point of contention. I definitely knew better by this age. I knew better than I'm gonna say by age 6, not to ever say the N-word, and it was the worst word pretty much in the English language, and that was 1983. So this is not a secret, right? Everybody knows it's a terrible, terrible word. It's racist. It's not to be spoken. Do not use that word. And she's acknowledged that now. And so, yeah, that's good. But I don't think that being young is the best excuse for that. You know, there might be other reasons. She does say she was ignorant and naive. I don't know. I feel like this whole situation is complicated, and that's what I'm trying to convey here in this video. I'm seeing a lot of really polarized black and white opinions. A lot of people saying just forgive her, and a lot of people saying I hate her, she's a racist. My opinion is, not that mine really matters, but is that it's very complicated. Yes, you know, do I believe in forgiveness? I do. You know, if you're a religious person, most of the religions in the world will teach you that you should give grace and that you should forgive people. And am I telling people to do that? No, I'm not. Because here's the other thing about this. You can't tell people that they should get over something. I've tried this in my own life. I've had a friend who I've disagreed with, or they felt that I've done something to them, and when I apologize, it doesn't mean that they have to get over it right away. That's not how apologies work. I don't just apologize to you and then you decide that it's cool the next minute. You need to give people time, and sometimes you need to work for that apology. Am I saying she's done nothing to work for that? No, I'm not, but I'm just saying if people don't accept the apologies and then they don't accept the work that she's done this far, it's really up to them to forgive. It's not up to me or you, if you don't feel like you were personally offended by this, to be able to accept the apology. It's a really complicated matter. It's not just so simple as saying, well, oh, that happened a long time ago, you should just forget it. Yes, it's true that all of us have done terrible things in our youth that we are totally embarrassed about. Although I can pretty much guarantee you that if you look in my past, in my digital history, you will never find me having used the N-word or retweeting or tweeting or posting or anything like that. Because to me, it's abhorrent and disgusting. I'm gonna say it. It's not cool. It's not on. Do I believe that that means she should be canceled? Well, I'm only one person. I personally do not believe in cancel culture. I don't think that we can grow from cancel culture. You know, people deserve forgiveness. They just deserve extra chances. Does she get a different shake because she's a celebrity? Of course she does. I just want to say that I think that this is a complicated issue, and her just issuing an apology to people probably is not quite enough. She probably has some more work to do. You know, her apology was okay. You know, I think it was really heartfelt. I think she could have gone a little bit deeper and dug a little bit deeper in that moment, or maybe got some help writing it and crafting it and making it feel more personalized toward the people that she hurt, because it's a lot about her and not really that much about the people that it must hurt so, so deeply. Like, I'm just trying to use empathy here and thinking, like, if this were about me or about my child, or if I were like a 10-year-old fan of hers and felt deeply insulted by this, how would I feel? I would still feel angry about it, I think. I don't think I would be ready to forgive, and I don't think just this apology is necessarily enough. I'd feel angry, probably divided and complicated about it. And so that is the state of the world that I think does not get conveyed very well here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. Things are complicated. What she did was definitely wrong. Like, I think we can all acknowledge that. She acknowledges it. How to move on from here? I don't really know. I don't have the answer. You know, there's people that this is their life work, helping people learn from this and helping people move on from this and helping to fight and combat racism. I'm not saying I have the answers. I definitely don't. It's not so pat. But I just definitely wanted to come on here and address this because I do make this content. I do make Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello stuff. I am, as I've said before here, just even in my last video, I'm not the greatest fan. Like, I don't follow all of what they do separately. And I know they both have a past of having done problematic things. And so they have huge platforms though, so maybe they can use them for good. There's so much need in the world for anti-racism work, for good, positive role models. And so I hope that she learns, and I hope that we see good stuff come from this. You know, I do think good things can come from bad, problematic, terrible things. I think we can grow and we can learn. Yeah, that kind of sums up what I have to say about it. I just want to say that for all of you out there saying that people should drop it, it's just maybe not for us to say, you know, if the apology was not intended for us, we're not the ones who are supposed to accept it or not accept it. This is not even about her necessarily. It's just about the nature of apologies in general, right? So I'm not trying to say something divisive here. I think that that's fair to say. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on that. You know, if you're new here and you're probably never gonna watch another video again by me, that's cool. Thank you for dropping in, and give me a like if you agree, and you know, feel free to give this video a thumbs down too. I am open to what you think about it. For all of you all of you Camila Cabello fans, I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I'm trying to give you, you know, a grown-up opinion about it. And I get it if you're a ride or die, you just like anything she does, you know, you want to be on her side. That is a true ride or die. I get that instinct as well. You know, I'm just trying to go by my own moral code and how I feel about racism. So yeah, so that's my opinion about it. Thanks so much for listening, everybody, and we will catch you soon. Coming up next is a whole bunch of new content coming right before Christmas, so I hope that you will stay tuned, and thanks so much for dropping in. Bye.